Hello, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming and we're back into Watcher of Realms, and the devs just released their latest answers to the dev insight, so I thought we'd take a quick look through it. I'll apologise straight up now, anything that's not in English I'm using Google Translate with, so we'll have to see what that comes up with and we'll go from there. So question 1, according to Google Translate. Hello, can you make a batch of equipment enchantments? It's too tiring to do it one by one. And then the devs have come back with, thank you for the suggestion, Commander. We already have a one-click enchantment feature that commanders can use. That's great, but I think what the person asking the question was can we, for example, select everything that's got attack percentage and then crit rate, and then roll them all up to 4 or 8 in a one-er, and see which ones roll well as opposed to doing them individually. So nothing great there. Question 2, we are straight back into Google Translate. Hello, are you planning to introduce unique Naradas? I'm assuming that means rewards from the clan boss. For example, a unique set of armour and weapons or artefacts. If not yet planned, then I suggest doing this. Well as specific suggestion is to make a unique reward from a chest so that it constantly drops out of each chest every day, for example a set of clothes or artifacts. Thank you for the suggestion, Commander. I'm going to skip that bit in future. We have recently optimised the drop rates of artifacts in high difficulty dungeons. We will continue to monitor and optimise them. Now, I don't think that's what he was referring to. I think this is a Raid Shadow Legends thing where you get certain armour or artifact drops from certain bosses, so I think they were hoping to include those. There's no great answer there. Question 3. The benefits of daily login to those who have more than 120 days could be better. A new camp phase. It's been a few months since there's been any new content, new artifact raid difficulty levels, new difficulty in dungeon in Guild Dragon and test mode in Dragon. Thank you for the suggestion. We're currently in the process of designing a new guild boss. How far down they are with doing that I do not know, so watch and shoot on that I suppose. Question 4, Resmithing Hammers should count towards Tales of the Smith event. Okay, their answer is guild recasting hammers, or gear recasting hammers, sorry, shards will continue to be released. Doesn't answer the question. It's an interesting one. I would like it to be easier or a better way to get more points in Tales of the Smith event, but I'm not sure if the gear recasting hammers should be it. I don't know. Otherwise I'm going to wait until the event before I use mine, and as opposed to now where I can use them anytime I suppose, but it would be a nice way to get more points. So I don't know, tell me what you think, let me know in the comments. Are you up for that or not? Question 5, please add more skill packs to the shop, especially for legendary dust and crystals. You have a plethora of packs for other areas of the game, but seem to line skill packs only come around once or twice a month. Additionally, please add more ways to obtain them in-game. For example, at present I have 49 legendary heroes, congrats on that, and only 8 of them are fully skilled up. Wow, you're a lot further on than me. Does come back, we will consider adding skill-related drops to new gameplay modes in the future. Oh, nothing about them being brought, but essentially they are going to drop more in the game, so that's a plus. Question 6. Create a currency that guild leaders can spend on guild benefits. Any guild activity will generate the currency, and they want to allow the guild leader to do stuff like guild-wide 20% damage buff to guild boss until reset. There's a whole host of things that could be done. We will consider experimenting with the new guild boss. When the new guild boss comes out, possibly more drops and possibly a new guild currency then, maybe. Question 7. Hi, can you add a support or mage who can extend the duration of buff like bleed, incineration, gel, don't know what gel is, or defense break? We need more heroes that can synergize with each other. Yeah. Absolutely we do. I think a good question. We'll consider such heroes after establishing the game's buff and debuff system. It is a bit weak, the buff and debuff system. You can see it go on, but there's no way of really seeing unless you click on the champion who's got what buffs and debuffs attached to them, and actual abilities that come off sets within the game don't produce that, so that would be nice to see. So question 8, increase the damage that Solcadens Guardian does by 5 times please. This is way too slow and forgiving. Solcadens will have some excellent hero pairings coming up, stay tuned. Add more avatar in game. Okay, the current selection isn't even related to the game. Avatars of heroes we own would be pretty nice, as would allow us to use some of the avatars of our favourite hero. We are also actively exploring adding our hero avatars. So I presume they mean adding to the hero avatars, which would always be nice. Maybe if you pulled the champion, then you could pull the avatar as well with it, or would you get it separately? Alright, back to Google Translate. Let's see how this works for us. Hello, the Demon Soldier Necromancer is too strong for the epic rarity. He has unlimited attack range, too high defense, too much magic resistance, too high attack. He fires skeletons too often. His stats need to be cut, either so he releases fewer skeletons or he has more vulnerability to damage received. This is not the case. You've broken the game with this epic monster. It's impossible to stand against it at all. The issue with attack priority has been fixed. Now, like other ranged demon soldiers, they will prioritise attacking targets closer to them. We first reduced the cooldown time of summoning skeleton fighters, and will further observe the win rate and performance. So they are actively monitoring these things. That's always a good sign. Question 11. Can you put a red dot on the guild donations when they reset? That way we get reminders to do them. We're already addressing this, and the issue will be added. 12. Would be awesome to get some guild exclusive buffs just like the Pantheon, but only affect guild related content, like stat buffs for the demons, and like maybe some unlockable from guild upgrades. The guild gets currency for the upgrades. Again, another guild currency question. From checking in members, and only the leader can use these to select stuffs to upgrade. We consider adding this element. So, well, they're going to consider it. How long they consider it for, and what the answer will be, we'll have to wait and see on. But that's not the first question regarding guild currency. 13. Deploying the hero's attack, which direction they face. Would like it to deploy them in which I don't need to assign which position they face. Okay. We will make adjustment based on the game situation and see if it fits the game environment. I'm happy enough putting out which way they face, because sometimes I want to face them at a weird angle. I wonder if the game's AI would actually not work for us. Okay, question 14. Back to Google Translate. Hello, in Guild Wars we absolutely need 2 updates for better management or overview. On the one hand, it would be extremely helpful if you could see a detailed overview after the end of the game day, so that at least guild leaders have the opportunity to check who has completed their attacks and how successfully. Currently, you have to be online shortly before 8 AM to be able to check it before the next match starts. On the other hand, guild leaders should be able to deregister players who have signed up for Guild War. Currently, no player can be moved from a tower to a garrison if all the slots are already occupied. Due to the different map layouts, the system does not allow a position swap. Best regard, Hans. Okay. Doesn't affect me in the slightest, but if you are a guild leader and you are suffering from that, tell us, is that a good option? Would you like to see that? Their response is, we will gradually optimise and add more comprehensive content to guild battles. Currently, guild managers can make adjustments. Got it. Okay, staying with Google Translates. Add more items or twists to the store for this currency. I'm assuming that is lost in translation somewhere. We are monitoring and adding game items to the Dwarven Association. Okay, well, weren't expecting much different from that. 16. After the update to introduce background combat, the maximum of 50 auto battles became available. You can return it as it. Can you return it as it was? With 50 attempts, it's not convenient to farm things or artifacts. We have optimised the number of auto battles for background fights, so it appears that's already done. Hope that you add lots of content so that we have room to push the characters we have their full potential, e.g. new Void Rift stages. I also suggest more campaign stages and more content like Immortal Codex. Also, maybe add event content where you have to complete stages with only selected heroes and pre-selected gear sets. Either way, I am one of many people who really enjoy the game, but really need more content to stay with the game. Recently, many players have left the game because they have finished the game. Okay, well, I'm sure that I would imagine they are monitoring the number of people joining and leaving the game. We are developing some new gameplay, events and bosses. Okay, and we will introduce them gradually. 18. Could you please fix the email binding option on the upper right corner? It is not fair that I can't have the option to unbind it or place another email in if you put one in that you don't own anymore or whatever. Please give the option to delete or switch email binding to your account. The unbinding feature will be launched soon. Happy days. So if you have found it to an email address you don't like, or you want to change it, then apparently you will be able to do that soon. Question 19. Can we get a new dungeon or something to grind in? Because endgame here feels so boring. It's just all about auto fights. We need new dungeons or new areas to start testing our heroes and get a new adventure. Thanks. We're creating a new gameplay modes and dungeons which will be released gradually, much the same as the answer above. What was that? Question 17. Yeah. And lastly, question 20. I'm currently sitting on 73 Pyros shards and some others from other heroes, and it feels really bad. Any intention of letting us exchange those or finish them? Hero shards can still be used when summoning the same hero in the next issue. I don't know what they mean there. I know what the person writing in means. What have I got loafing around? Let's have a quick look. So I've got 5 from there. And we've got 25, 19. Yeah, we've got some loafing around here. I think he means, these were overspills for me, and so is that. But I should imagine if you've fallen a little way short, he's asking if there are ways, or going to be ways, that they can use them or be reissued. So would there be an epic shard available that can be used to top up anyone, and then a legendary random shard, or not of one of the past ones, but just a use anywhere one? I don't know. I don't think you really got an answer to the question. Or they're going to say the same hero in the next issue. Don't know. We'll see how that comes out. But it's a good question. Good question. Thank you very much for your time. That will do it for today. We'll do it for right now. That was a quick look into the dev insights of February the 2nd, and we'll keep a track of see what they're doing. Thank you very much for your time. If you enjoyed this and found it helpful to have one in the background instead of reading it yourself, please give me a thumbs up, please give me a subscribe. It would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers. Goodbye.